This podcast is brought to you by School Device Coverage, the #1 insurer of school devices in America. To learn more, visit schooldevicecoverage.com.
Hi, welcome to Risky Business. I'm Kathy Kaler.
And I'm Bliss Landon.
We are so excited that you are here with us today. We have a great show.
Yes, we do. I think all our shows are great, but
yes,
this one might be a little more great.
We get so excited.
We do.
You know, part of it is that when I leave here after we have done shows, I feel enlightened.
Yes.
Like I feel like I have a little bit more to just feel good about, that I can say, I know that, or I just learned that, or take it home to the kids and see, like, you guys, you're not going to believe this.
No,
right?
It's so true. I'm exhausted physically.
Well, we're tired too,
but I'll go home and my husband will say, so what did you do today? What were your podcasts? And I tell him, and I'm so excited about the things that I learn.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like I'm back in school again.
Right.
You know,
right.
just learning all these different things about different things.
Right.
And it's
well,
great.
And the variety too. And I think that's one thing that we're kind of evolving into, because we're still such, in our infancy of risky business, but we're really looking at lifestyle and how we're navigating through this time that we've all been through. So we have this common denominator, and it really is about technology, and it really is about health and how we're living our lives. And so it's fun.
It is.
Fun.
And just how they really go hand in hand. And you wouldn't think so. When you say it out loud, you're like, I don't know how that's going to work, but it's actually working.
It is working.
Yeah. So I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we have a great guest today, and we're very excited to introduce you to her. And I wanted to say this in our last show, because this is the connection with our essential oil girl, Jody Cohen, is also how we connected with our guest today. But a friend of mine who I worked with a while ago, in fact, you'll know this because I had started Sunday Setup.
Oh, yeah.
And Chrissy Kling, who has her own company, Good Karma, I just love her to pieces. And she's just she's a spark plug. She's just
full of
loaded
energy
with energy,
yeah.
And she is so motivational and so encouraging. And there's nothing that stops this girl, just nothing. And
awesome.
So I knew when you asked me to come and help you with risky business, and I just thought, okay, I know she has got a wealth of information for great guests who are hitting in these topics. So today is a perfect example of that. And I want to introduce to you the founder of mommyschoice.com, Melissa Evans, coming on our Zoom from Connecticut. Melissa, welcome to Risky Business.
Hi,
so
Melissa.
happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Hi, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're so glad. We're so glad. And
Absolutely.
that we could work it out, right? And you're probably dinner hour, bath time, get ready for school, whatever that means. But thank you.
It's when they were younger, I think it was more that bewitching hour was right about now. Now that my twins are 13 and I have a 10 and 8-year-old, I just bribe them with snacks and TV.
Perfect.
Great.
So
whatever works, right?
Hopefully they'll be quiet. Yeah. Hopefully they'll be quiet for a little bit.
That's great.
So,
well, how did you get started? What got you? I mean, you're a business owner, you have a product, it's everywhere. I actually was looking at it and I couldn't really even find your website because everybody else has your product. So how'd you start?
So they pop up on the Google search.
Totally.
So it's funny because I've always worked with children, and most of them were youth at risk. And so I have that background with a master's in psychology and kind of did that for a long time until I got pregnant with my daughters, who were twins. And when I became a mom, I decided to stay at home with them for a lot of different reasons. But one, daycare for 2 kids at one pop is kind of expensive, And so I continued to have children. At one point I had 4 and under.
Wow.
And when you become a mom, I know the insanity piece, I think, helps with the running a business piece. Because you're just used to that chaos and madness around you.
Right.
And you have to work within it and pivot quickly as needed. But when you become a mom, you start really paying attention to what you're putting in your body, what you're putting on your body. You have this immense amount of love that, for me personally, I never felt that much before. And it's paired with this worry and concern constantly about every decision that you make, to the point that it could be maddening. And so my oldest daughter, Reese, was sick. And when kids have a cold or when they are very sick, and I could just tell this was a doctor visit, we needed to go. And we were driving to the doctor, and I was looking back at her, and she was just kind of laying her head on the window, and she was in so much pain. She had a sore throat. She had a cough. And I was just thinking to myself, like, oh, I wish I could help her out right now. I can't pet her head because she has to be in the back with the seatbelt. I can't give her a hug. I can't sing to her because I have an awful voice. I don't want to torture her
Make
right
her
now.
feel
when she's
worse.
sick. Exactly. And so I thought, I wish I could give her a cough drop, but they make me nervous because they're a choking hazard. And when you have toddlers, they're like, cut the grapes, keep the marbles away, whatever it is. And I was like, I'm not going to give her a cough drop because of the risk of her choking. And I thought, how great would it be if I had one in the form of a lollipop? Because I give her lollipops, and that's something I would feel comfortable with.
Wow.
And it was kind of in that moment that I just had that like aha moment of how great would that be? And she ended up having strep and pneumonia.
Oh my goodness.
So I didn't have Lolleez to give her at that time. My dad is like, give her, some throat spray. I'm like, well, again, that's just as bad as her having to listen to me sing. It's not enjoyable at all.
Right.
And so my brother-in-law, actually, he has worked with different startups. And so I've always kind of been spitballing different ideas off of him. And this one stuck. And he's like, all right, what would this look like? And he's helped me along the way through all the steps. And, I talked to a bunch of moms, a bunch of my friends and kids, and we looked at, if we're going to create something, what do we want it to look like? And one of the first things that actually, I have them right here, is instead of making it into like a dum-dum shape, we made it flat. Because it goes back to that idea of, a cough drop being in a circular ball. God forbid it came off the stick. You're right back with that worry and that panic and that concern. So we made a nice little flat one. And then the next was the ingredients. When I started looking in the children's remedy set, there wasn't a whole lot out there that had any organic options. And so we were able to get our certified organic ingredients in here. Everything is very simple. We would flip over the back of the pack, and if something was in there that we didn't understand, we were like, we don't want it in there. And then actually with the flavors, I want to do like kiwi and mango, which we did do, but like more exotic kind of flavors. And we ended up going to local schools and handing out surveys. And we're like, what are your favorite flavors? And that's how we actually came up with the strawberry, watermelon, and orange mango in our variety pack. So it was a long process. Like it was a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of support from the community and family and even the kids. But we're really excited. We launched in 2017 with CVS.
How long did it take you from start to market?
It was about a year. It was pretty quick. That's
really
a lot
fast.
Quicker. It is. They say I'm very new to this. Like I had no history or no background in business whatsoever, background in background in psychology. But they say that we kind of disrupted the market because there wasn't really much out there like it. And I remember being in the CVS meeting, and it was my first sales meeting, and it's scary. It's like,
sure,
what's happening? And the sales, the buyer said, well, somebody else was just in here pitching the same thing. And I was like, well, that's it.
Gosh.
Dream over with. It was Halls.
Oh,
Halls
no
kids
way.
came out.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm sure they had red dye, yellow dye, blue dye.
They do. And they have menthol, which is their active ingredient, which actually numbs a child's throat. Whereas we use pectin, which is derived from citrus fruit, and it actually just coats your throat. So that was actually one of the greatest things that happened because it brought validity to what we have. It was, a need that was out there that no one could really find. And so we sit next to Halls now and all these different retailers, and it's
Uh,
still just extremely surreal to me.
That's
God,
incredible.
that's amazing.
I do have to say, I have had that experience as a mom looking for a cough drop. And I didn't know, this is definitely before your product. And I was aware of the dyes, and I just kept looking at bag after roll, and every single one had dyes. And I was really on this
Yeah.
kick of I'm trying to get all the dyes out of things in my
Mhm.
house and in my body and my kids' bodies. And it just was amazing to me, like, what is the purpose? Why do these companies have to put it in? But it's not just that. Like your Advil has dye in it. Your
Mhm.
Tylenol PM is a
Everything.
dye. Even there's an
Yes.
eye vitamin that there's no need for it to be colored, and yet they put the dyes in. So hats
Yeah.
off to you
Yeah.
to
Thank you.
really
Thank you.
creating something with that integrity of not only providing a product that is effective and useful and but it carries that organic and free of these additives and preservatives and colors. So
But
I'm excited.
what's
Well,
in it that actually soothes the throat? What is the ingredient?
so pectin is the active ingredient, which is again
That's the
derived
active.
from
Okay.
citrus fruit. And then we also have organic honey in there as well.
Oh, and honey.
And
Okay.
then and then
Nice.
everything else is fruit juices or concentrate, all USDA certified organic. Everything is sourced out of the United States. And again, I remember just thinking about all the different things because it's hard. It is hard creating a product and not having certain things in it because of whether it be price or shelf life. And there's a lot of different things that I think, companies have to make decisions on. And it
Yeah.
was very, very important for my team and myself as parents to want to give your kids the best, especially on a sick day. And the whole idea of reducing worry in general, it started from worrying that you wouldn't be able to help your child feel better to if I give them a cough drop, could it be a choking hazard to what ingredients am I now putting into their body? What is actually going to help them feel better? And so it was all those things that we kind of like really put a lot of hard work into figuring out and also keeping it at a price point that was fair to parents. I mean, I have 4 kids and, I love Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, but I cannot do my weekly shopping there.
Right.
It's just, I love it there. Don't get me wrong, but we wanted a fair price.
Right. Right.
But we wanted to do an affordable price point, and we are really proud to say that we are actually priced lower than Halls per pop. So,
Really?
Amazing.
yeah. And so that was really important to me to be able to do that. And I wanted as many parents to be able to, afford this if they can, and make it more affordable for everyone. So, but still have that organic seal.
Wow.
Where do you manufacture?
We manufacture in the Midwest.
Okay.
We do quite a few runs a year. It just depends on, what's going on, but cold and flu season has been our biggest year. Obviously last year was a little bit different. I'm very happy that people weren't getting sick with the flu. I mean, COVID was a whole nother ball
Yeah.
game there.
Right.
Yeah. But my youngest daughter, who is now 10, she would always take vitamin gummies, and she's like, "They hurt my belly. They hurt my belly. Well, why can't you make one into a pop?" And so when COVID came around, my team and I were like, "What can we do to help parents right now, to help kids right now?" And we actually developed Immunities, which is I don't know if you can see it because it's an
Yeah.
immune support pop
Oh
Oh,
my
for
gosh.
cool.
I was
kids.
wondering what was the next thing you
Yes.
made.
That's what I was
That's
wondering.
great.
We actually Tummies came out after Lolleez. I call it like the little brother because he's just cute. But Tummies is an organic tummy soothing pop for kids. A lot of parents were coming to us and they're like, "Do you have anything for car sickness? Or my child is anxious and gets stomach ache." And again, we couldn't really find anything out there besides those, chalkier tablets or very pink liquids, and without calling out the names of those
Yes.
brands. But and so we were able to make certified organic tummy soothing pops with an active ingredient of calcium carbonate, which is what you would find in Tums.
Mm.
Okay. Wow.
And then after that guy, we came out with Immunities, which is our immune support pop. And that has vitamin C, D, E, zinc, selenium, iron. So it's really packed with a lot of different vitamins. We wanted to really help support immune systems for little ones.
Wow. Do you feel like you're going to stay in the children market? Like, have you had requests for like adults? Like,
We
I
have
want
had a
my
lot of
own
requests for
lollipop.
I was just gonna say, I would
I'll
like a
take one.
lollipop right about now. That sounds good.
We've had a lot of adult requests, and I always say I want to emphasize it's 3+, 4+. We want to emphasize that plus. And it's funny because a lot of a dear friend of mine, my grandmother's friend, actually, he was 99 and in a nursing home. And he used to suck down my pops all the time. And it was great even for the elderly community or anyone living by themselves, something, just a better option, with better ingredients. And parents are constantly, I mean, I know I was eating my kids' mac and cheese, and I'm certainly stealing their lollipops now. But we do get a lot of requests from parents, but it's usually like, can you put vodka in that? Or can we get some wine in that?
An adult pop.
It could be a stir for a little drink.
I can't tell you how many pre-COVID gatherings I was at when people would come up with little cocktails and be like, "Hello," and then,
That's so cute. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
amazing. Yeah. So now,
Yeah.
now your website, Mommy's Choice, is that where you can purchase them as well, or do you have other things on your site? I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I will.
Well, our site is that we've had a site for a long time, but we weren't doing any direct to consumer shipping to consumers yet. We just launched doing that a couple months ago.
Okay.
So you can actually buy all of our products from our website, and we have like more information just on the brand itself and, about myself, my family, some different blog posts just about things you could do during allergy season or summer travel. And so we have that, but then we also can be found in CVS, Target, Walmart, Rite Aid, Walgreens, grocery stores like Kroger, locally it's Stop and Shop. So there's a bunch of different retailers too. Because I will admit that I'm bad at stocking up on different medicines and things like that. I'm usually the type of person that's like, oh no, my kid's sick. Like, let me run to the store and get whatever it is we need.
I think we're all that way. Yeah. You don't expect it. Yeah.
And you don't hope for it. And, it's like, I guess it's better to have the umbrella before it rains, but it's not, I don't always have that. So, we find a lot of people are going in store, but now with COVID, there has been a lot more demand for online shopping. And so we started selling from our website, and we're on Amazon as well. So,
ooh, that's good.
Guy, that's great. Well, congratulations on what a success story. I mean, you're doing a lot of good, but you also formed a business, you know,
it's exciting.
And a very successful business. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And it's fun. I enjoyed doing it.
I would also bet your kids are very good at telling their friends, like just that whole thing, like your mom works and they kind of are into it, especially when it's something for them. Like, they're like your marketers.
Right.
My whole town I'm from a very small town in Connecticut, Washington, Connecticut. And pretty much every child that you see on our Instagram page or on our website or on, Walmart.com is a friend. And those are our little models. And they're true believers in the brand. So it's fun being able to include everyone, and they definitely spread the word. So
that's awesome.
That's great.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today and telling us your story. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's nice to see people from all different places.
Right.
I say that's one good thing that came out of COVID, I think, was more of these type of interactions.
That's true.
It was very nice meeting you both.
Well, so great to meet you. And I'm sure you'll have more items pop up, more creations, and we'd love to have you back. So let us know. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Take
have
care.
a great day.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Wow. She's amazing.
We need lollipops.
What an entrepreneur. I would love a lollipop right now.
Yeah.
I want that soothing.
We'll bring some
wine.
in.
That's what I need.
So if you want more information about getting your own lollipops, Melissa Evans, she's founder of Mommy's Choice. It's MOMEEZCHOICE.com. And obviously you can grab those Lolleez anywhere you shop, seems like.
I think
Such
they're everywhere.
Great distribution.
Yeah.
Anyway, And as always, if you've got questions about wanting to know anything in technology and health and wellness, please email us. You can reach us at riskybusiness@coveragequeens.com, and also check out our website, coveragequeens.com. We've got all of our episodes there and more to come.
Yes, we do.
We do. All right.
All right. Thank
We'll
you
see you
so
next time.
much. Bye-bye.
Bye.